The Wasatch Mountains were buried in 6 feet of fresh powder. CR was on the attack. Then, under the most benign of circumstances, tragedy struck.
Stars black, black, black.
It's been a real challenging year of my life this year. I mean, last December 8th, I had a really bad accident, obviously a severe brain injury, and it's been a lot of work. I mean, I've been really lucky with how quickly and well my recovery has been coming along, but it's been a lot of hard work. It certainly hasn't all been luck. Once I came out of my coma, which I was in for 2 weeks, I was basically an infant. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't go to the bathroom and the toilet, I couldn't do anything for myself. And so I had to relearn everything. It didn't just come back to me right away. I had to relearn how to use my vocal cords to talk. I had to relearn how to walk. It's been one baby step at a time, baby step at a time. And skiing actually came back to me most natural. I mean, when I was walking, I'd get up and I had to be in a walker for a day and then was clumsy about it, and then the next day I started walking, was really slow and extremely out of shape from being in bed for so long, so I'd be really winded. But when I started skiing, I went skiing for the first time in March, and no doctor would have said I would have been skiing last winter at all. And but when I went skiing, that came back to me most naturally. More than anything else that came back to me, skiing came back to me most naturally, and so I knew I'd be back. I know I'll be back strong again this year. I was just down in New Zealand trying 540s and had really scared to do a 540 and have to think about everything I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to set for 540, I'm going to look for it, push my hands through, push my shoulders through, go down for my grab, think about everything instead of just going and throwing a 540. I'd have to think about everything I was going to do. It was basically like being 14 years old again. 540 would scare me, and it was a hard trick. It's frustrating. I mean, the whole thing's been frustrating, but it's that's my challenge. This whole thing is my challenge, and if I can overcome it. For 6 months, I couldn't remember anything from 2 hours ago. Anything from 2 hours or before that, I couldn't remember anything. So if I would have had any doubt, it would be that my mind would not really function in normal capacity, and yet it's come back really well so far. And for me, skiing is what I want to do, and it's what I want to do with my life, and so I'm going to do it. I'll work and do whatever I have to do, work as hard as I have to work, do whatever I have to do in order to come back strong, in order to get back to where I was. The people would say don't do it, haven't discouraged me at all, and in reality is the thing, the only person who said anything about me coming back to skiing was my doctor when I was in the hospital, and what he told me specifically was that you will not be going to the bathroom alone ever again in your life if you hit your head within a year. It's not like I'm just going to go and go for it, you know what I mean? And I don't really care if it happens. I care if I get hurt again. I really care, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that that does not happen, and be really conscious about the moves that I'm making and about everything that I'm doing while I'm skiing. If I want to, continue to live my life how I want to live it, I have to get back to skiing, and I do. I would rather live, and what happens happens, than not really live and, not really live for another 80 years or whatever, The risk is worth it, in my opinion. I mean, it's what makes me happy, what gives me confidence as a man, it's what gives me a sense of self.